I'm Sugarberry.
And I'm Prime.
And today we're going to give you a tour of our toy room. So Prime and I have been on YouTube now for almost a year. We're very excited. We're almost at our 1-year anniversary. And we've had a couple of requests from people to do a room tour video. So we thought we would go ahead and do that. So let's get going. Let's do this. So this is my side of the room. We each have our own side. So what I think we're gonna do is I'm gonna start over here and work my way that way. And then Prime and I are just gonna take turns talking about our toys. So this is my strawberry shortcake shelf. So this shelf I actually thrifted for $2, and then I just sanded it down and spray painted it white to go with everything else. But this is actually one of those shelves that those people that collect little teaspoons used to display their teaspoons. It was actually almost perfect. The spacing is slightly too small, like the Moon Dreamers. I had to just kind of squeeze them in there, and same with some of the strawberry shortcakes, which is why some of the strawberry shortcakes are sitting instead of standing. But I think it looks really cute. It's really shallow, so it's perfect to go right above our light switch there. It holds a lot, and it's really saved me a lot of room on my other shelves as well by doing this. So at the top, my Pretty Pets dog, I only have one of those, and my Remco pony right here. And then I've got my Carousel cutie here, and I forget what these are called, but again, a little vintage horse. So we've got a strawberry shortcake doll with custard. I've got two of my glow friends there. There's Lem from Strawberry Shortcake. That's my reproduction strawberry shortcake doll from 2015. And then we have Almond Tea right here with Marzipanda, Apricot and her rabbit hops a lot. And then Blinky from the Moon Dreamers. Lime Chiffon with her pet, another Glow Friends, and a couple more strawberry shortcake dolls. Got my two of my other Moon Dreamers sitting here, Whimsy and Crystal Star. And then I believe this is Butter Cookie and Lemon Meringue. Okay, so starting on the top shelf, I've got my Cave Club collection and my Dinosaurs collection. So spoiler alert, if you've been following my videos, there's a lot of stuff on these shelves that I haven't talked about in my videos. So I'm kind of giving some secrets away in this video. Up on the top left here, you can see there's Tyrannosaurus and Raquel. And then Fernessa, another Raquel doll, and then Emberly, and she's sitting on a purple dinosaur, and then that's one of the babies from Babysitter Fernessa. And then I have a couple of dinosaur toys here from the Dinosaur series from the 90s. And then this dinosaur right here is actually a pen, and it's a pen that Prime had when he was a child. And I thought it went really well with my whole dinosaur theme here. Top shelf. The rest of this shelf is my Barbie collection. Most of it. There's a few Barbies that I have in storage, but this is the majority of them. You'll also notice that most of them are a doll with an incorrect outfit because I just don't have the matching outfit. But I still want to put them on display, so I have just kind of mixed and matched everything together. And also, please don't judge me, but most of these have not had their hair styled, so a lot of them have really wacky hair. That is on my to-do list. I want to get that done. This Barbie here, this is Pink and Pretty Barbie, and she is wearing part of her outfit. Same with the Strawberry Sorbet Barbie at the very back there. She's wearing her original outfit. This is the Superstar Barbie from, I think 1988 is when she was released. And she is wearing her big poofy skirt that goes with her. And then the dress underneath that big poofy skirt is from the original Superstar Barbie, I think from like the 70s or the early 80s. And then this Barbie back here, that's Sleeping Beauty Barbie, she's also wearing her original dress. But everything else is a mix and match situation. So there's some more of my Barbies. So this is my Heart Family Goes to Disneyland doll. Obviously not wearing her original outfit, she's wearing a Ruffle Fun outfit. And then my Peaches and Cream Barbie, she's definitely wearing her original outfit. Same with my Dream Date Ken. And then Fashion Play Promenade Barbie in blue. She's also wearing her original outfit. Actually, my Bath Time Fun Barbie right here is wearing her original swimsuit as well. But you can see there's like the earring magic outfit there. That yellow dress is from the Curl Secret or Curl Magic Barbie. I can't remember her name exactly. So I am not one of those people who can just look at a Barbie face and know exactly who it is. There's a few of them that I can, but most of them I can't. I'm still learning. But my system, as I showed you currently, is that I have all of these little ties with labels tied around their neck, and it tells me the name and the date that they were released. That's how I'm currently doing, but I'm not completely happy with it because I don't like that you can see all the little strings around their necks. But Vintage Gowdy, she's a YouTuber that I watch, and she has a really big Barbie collection. And I love the way she labels her Barbies. She has these little stickers that she sticks directly onto their backs and underneath their clothes and with a number on it. And then she has a document printed out with all of the numbers and all of the names of the Barbies beside the numbers, so she can pick it up off the shelf and just look at her document and know exactly which Barbie it is. So I think that's a really good idea, and I might start doing that too. So this is more to the left here, this is more of my beachy, mermaidy Barbie collection. We've got my Bath Time Fun Barbie, Beach Blast, Splash and Color Christy, my California Dream Ken, my Mermaid Barbie. This is actually Pearl Beach Barbie right here at the bottom, but she's wearing a different outfit. This is actually Style Magic Barbie, but she's wearing the Paint and Dazzle skirt. So, I mean, everything's kind of everywhere right now. California Dream Midge, she's wearing the California Dream Barbie skirt, but she's wearing a totally different top. Teacher Barbie, and then right there we've got Polynesian Barbie, and of course my Barbie boat here. The sail is kind of falling over. I need to prop it up better so it shows better. And then underneath the Barbies right along here is part of the Quints toy line. It's just a fuzzy thing. I think it was meant as like towels for the Quints dolls. But it nicely covers the thing that they're sitting on because it's not the prettiest thing. Okay, and then this here is actually my Fashion Play Promenade Barbie, but she's wearing a totally different outfit. I don't think this is actually a Barbie outfit. This is something completely different, but I really liked it. It's very sporty. I love the bright colors. So that's why I wanted to put it on display. This here is All-Star Teresa wearing a completely different outfit. Again, I don't have it. This is Chic Barbie, but she's wearing an outfit that actually comes from Star Kelly back in the day. And this here, it's that Barbie that has, this shares the same face with a few other Barbies. I think it's Disco Barbie. Can't remember all the other names, but anyway, she shares a face with other Barbies, and she's just wearing a dress from a fashion pack from, I think, early 80s or late 70s. This is Splash and Color Teresa, just wearing an outfit that I threw together. And these are my Barbie and the Rockers. So this is Dancing Action Dee Dee up here with the orange top. She is actually wearing her original outfit. And same with my Barbie and the Rockers Dana up here. She's got her original outfit. I found her like that at the thrift store. And then right here is my little Dawn doll. That was actually a doll that my mom had when she was a child, and she's passed it down to me, so I'm proudly displaying it on my shelf. And I thought with her orange outfit she went really nicely with the whole Barbie and the Rockers theme there. And then we have Sun Sensation Barbie sitting right beside Jordan Knight from the New Kids on the Block, and he's wearing Barbie and the Rockers Derek's outfit. And they are sitting on a Barbie Jeep that I think was released in 1994-ish. I haven't talked about it on a video yet, but again, that's another spoil alert. That video is coming. And that's it for my top shelf. I think Prime is going to take it from here and show his top shelf as well.
So as you can see here, the main focus in this scene here is Brite. And actually I still have all the pieces. I have everything other than the construction paper. And then if you look on top, there is a green remote control car with the cables. So it's very vintage from the 90s. And then on top of that is a pink pterodactyl. It actually glows in the dark. It's not too good anymore. But it was a 3D model that I had as a kid. And then the gun on top is actually a Nerf manta ray gun, which is a shield, and it also shoots up 4 missiles. The car on the bottom, the white truck, it's more of a truck. I mentioned it in a previous video from the knockoffs video. The dog, I had that as a kid. He was a bath toy. And he's holding a Nintendo Zapper. Nintendo Zapper is the gun that came with the original Nintendo system for Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. I thought this was kind of funny to do because every time you play Duck Hunt and you miss the ducks, there's a dog that comes up on the screen and he laughs at you. The orange and black Beast Wars figure. His name is Power Pinch. I actually got him from thrifting. Below him there's a tank, and he's actually a Transformer. He's actually a knockoff off of original Transformer, Blipswing. And to the left of there is the white police motorcycle, which he's actually a Gobot. He is actually the European exclusive of him. To the right of the tank is Alvin, as an Alvin from the Chipmunks. And I had him from when I was a child. And then above him is Spiderman. And that's actually a Spiderman alarm clock. If you press this button right here, it still plays. And it plays the original Spiderman theme song. Updated version. From the 60s. To the right of there's a walkie-talkie. And that walkie-talkie, me and my brother had when we were kids. And when I found it, I actually did test it. I put some batteries in it. It's all static now. So Mario is from Super Mario Brothers from Nintendo. Got him at a thrift store as well. I decided to start collecting Mario figures and more video game figures. So hopefully I can collect some more. And then the green plane there, he's also a knockoff off of one of the MicroMasters from the Transformers toy line in the late 80s, early 90s. And then the police chopper, had that when I was a kid as well. Each button, the yellow and red buttons, they actually make different sound effects. So the next item, as you can see at the bottom left, is a yellow plane. It is from the Thunderbirds. He actually was part of the bigger green shuttle from the Thunderbirds, which I do have part of it here and part of it back in the house that I'm still cleaning out. Next to him is a ninja. I still haven't figured out which toy line he's from. And behind that, you'll see the Transformers box. That box is for that I actually got online when I bought Lipswing. That box is the original from the 1980s. Back to the front, you'll see Captain Hook from Hook, the movie Hook from back in the 90s. And I got him from the thrifting as well. And then to the right of him, the next 4 toys are actually from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The name, I think, is Casey. The what he's wearing on his face is a hockey mask. But he's a good guy though, in the Ninja Turtles there. Did talk about him when I did the Michelangelo video. Speaking of Michelangelo, we have the hard head and the soft head. Back in the 90s for the Ninja Turtles, they did make 2 different versions. A hard head, which you can't push in, and a soft head is more rubber. And then it's either Leonardo or Raphael. I kind of forget, in the middle, in the blue. And then in behind them is another 3D glow-in-the-dark model of a Triceratops I had back in the day. It doesn't really glow too well now. And then behind there, I'm also into video games. And I grew up with Nintendo, like I mentioned about the Zapper, but also Sega Genesis. So behind there, you can see the Tasmania game, where it's just focused on Taz for the Sega Genesis. And then beside him, but behind the Triceratops, is the Spiderman game from the 90s animated series for the Sega Genesis. And so the games are actually inside the case. And oh man, I had so much fun back in the day playing them. Next, on the bottom there is Godzilla on the left hand side. I got him actually at the Kitchener Comic-Con when I visited there. And I just love all the King Kong vs. Godzilla movies. And it was great because just recently, Sugarberry and I went to see King Kong vs. Godzilla 2. Really good. You guys should go check it out. And then beside him is another Ninja Turtle. And then behind him is Professor Charles Xavier, still in the package from 2000. Because when the movie came out. And then in front of him on the left-hand side is Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. He's in black there on the left-hand side. And then to the right of him is Black Panther. Got him from thrifting. He's not actually vintage. He's based off of the MCU movies. But I actually have two of them. In front of him are two more turtles. And then also rabbit version of the Ninja Turtles there. His name, I forget at the moment. But Sugarberry found it at a garage sale for me. The purple game in the back is Baseball Stars. And me and my brother used to play that game for the NES all the time. You'll see like a big batarang behind the Ninja Turtle toys there. I actually got that from my friend who passed away several years ago. And so it's been a keepsake of mine. It's not vintage, but it was from the 2000s. It was actually from the Arkham Knight games. I believe it was from the original Arkham Asylum games for the PS3. Behind there, you'll see in the box from the Batman the Animated Series, the Mad Hatter, still in the box, never been opened. The toy in front that looks like a cat, that's Mad Cat from Inspector Gadget, which I got back in the day. Beside him is Zorro. Behind Zorro is the walkie-talkie. Okay, and now we have another ninja, and then beside him the red shuttle. It's number 3 from the Thunderbirds. Beside him is another Gobot who was from Wendy's. I did mention him as well. Thunderbird shuttle and the Wendy's Gobot, like many of others I had from back in the day. And a lot of the toys, not all the toys, but a lot of the toys from my childhood, either I had or my brother had, and they got passed down to me as well. And the stuffy behind him, his name is Pajamas. And Pajamas was a stuffy I had from when I was a kid. And he was one of the most favorite stuffies I had. So I decided to keep him. And then the owl, he's actually a B-Source figure. He's a duplicate. That one I actually bought at TFCon. TFCon is a convention for Transformer fans. And he's in really good shape. And then behind him, you'll see the head of Groot from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the round ball looking weird guy sitting on top of his head, that is a Beast Wars Transformer named Retrax. He's basically a triple changer. He goes robot mode to caterpillar mode to ball mode. The box behind him, can't really see him here, but is from the Sega Genesis, the Mario collection. You'll see this wooden truck there on the screen. The wooden truck is actually from the 1940s. It was my dad's when he was a kid, and so it's still not too bad shape. And then in the trailer, I have all my rubber toys that are vintage from the 80s and 90s. From the front is the Oreo guy, which I got at the thrift store. And then there is also Spiderman there from the 80s, which I also got from a thrift store. He might have been in the 70s or 80s. And then Colossus, he's the gray guy there. And then at the very back with the blue head is Nightcrawler. And Colossus and Nightcrawler are both X-Men. And those rubber toys came from the early 90s, and I actually got them at Fan Expo in Toronto. To the right of the truck, the little Hot Wheel car I had from back in the day. I actually have a whole bunch more Hot Wheels. I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet, but I collected a lot of cars, toy cars back in the day. And then there's Simon from the Chipmunks, who goes with Alvin. Okay, the second shelf. And this shelf is all Transformers. Beast Wars, Transformers, and Gobots. I have a special place in my heart for Transformers. I grew up with my brother collecting Transformers. A lot of the G1 and Gobots did get passed down to me. And all the Beast Wars I bought myself. It's just I have so many toys, it's hard to actually show everybody. So from the right is Power Pinch, which we did talk about earlier. But this is the complete Power Pinch, and that's what he looks like in beast mode. He's an earwig. Beside him, the purple one, he's actually a crayfish. He's 1/3 of the giant Tripredacus from Beast Wars. You'll see a green claw sticking out behind everybody. That's part of a toy called, his name is Man Terror. He transforms into praying mantis. Yellow and blue, that's Cheetor, and he transforms into a cheetah. And then to the left of him, the wolf, his name's Woofang. He was one of my favorites from back in the day. The shark his name is Cyber Shark. His chest kind of looks like a hammerhead. Praying mantis with wings. He's actually a Fusor. And Fusors are, their beast mode is a mixture of two different animals combined. And then to the left there, he's kind of like a beetle. He's green and dark blue. His name is Insecticon. Standing right beside him, who's green and red, his name is Snapper, and he transforms into like a turtle. Back behind him, in the corner, with the Transformer sitting on top of him, his name is Tigerhawk, and he transforms into a tiger with wings. It's kind of a combination of a tiger and a hawk. So the Transformer standing on top of Tigerhawk, that is Eraser, and that's her Transmetal mode. I did say her, she's female, and she transforms into like a falcon. The blue and green or yellow guy, his name is Spitor, and he transforms into a frog. And then so the big red guy, he transforms into a T-Rex. His name is actually T-Rex. And standing on top of him is the character called Pterosaur, which that's his original form. He transforms into a pterodactyl. Alright, so the bat-looking guy at the top there, in the gray and blue with the two swords, that is actually the original bat version of Optimus Primal. And so below him is also Optimus Primal, the ape version, which was also featured in the last Transformers movies, The Rise of the Beasts. But that's his original version. You can see his trademark Optimus Prime head there. And then to the right of there, with the big tusks in the air, his name is Torka. He's a Fusor, so he's part elephant, part killer whale. That's why his name is Torka. To the left of him, the blue and orange, he has the claws. And his name is Razor Claw, and he transforms into a crab. A small crab. So at the bottom, with the cobra head right there and the orange claws. He transforms into, his beast mode is part scorpion, part cobra. Where the tail is, that's the cobra snake. His name is Quick Strike. To the left of him, the black and yellow one, his name is Iguanus. He's an iguana. And then behind him, the big blue and gray character, and his name is Depth Charge. He's mainly a manta ray, and he does transform into kind of like a hovercraft. Back down to the bottom to this guy here, he transforms into a skunk. On the right hand side, he's like all green. He's actually transformed to a gator. That's actually the original Megatron. So Megatron and Optimus Primal, the bat, they both came originally in the same package, and they came with a little comic book. And then the next to him in robot mode, on the gray and orange, he transforms into an armadillo. His name is actually Armadillo, believe it or not. The guy behind him, who kind of looks like a tiger, which actually his name is Tigertron, and he has two guns. One is basically forms his tail, and the other one forms, when he's in beast mode, forms part of his belly. To the left of him there, with the shield, his name is Terragator, and his beast mode is part snapping turtle, part alligator. It's very interesting. The big guy in orange, that is Optimal Optimus Primal. I got him at the Antique Mall, and I wish I got him as a kid. I never did get him as a kid. He was too expensive. And yeah, he transforms into 4 modes, I think. Robot, monkey, plane, truck. I think that's it. And yeah, so that's my Beast Wars collection. I love Beast Wars. I grew up watching the show back in the day, the North American version in computer animation, and I love how it connected with the G1 Transformers. A little bit different, but I really enjoyed it, and I do want to collect more. As you can see, I need more space, but because I'm trying to keep all of them in the same area. So let's get into the G1 Transformers and the Gobots. And this next section is a mixture of mainly the G1 Transformers. I do have some G2 Transformers in here, and most of the Gobots are in another section. I do have the odd Gobot in this section as well. The only reason I did that was for space. I do want to collect more G1 Transformers. Not so much with Gobots, but mainly the G1 Transformers and G2 Transformers. Because G1 and G2 Transformers were the Transformers that I grew up with my brother. My brother collected most of them, and my brother did pass on a lot to me. So on the bottom right here, he's a hovercraft. His name is Sea Spray. And then to the left of him in blue and white, so he's part of the Jump Starters, which he transforms into a little spaceship. And then to the left of him in green, his name is also Bone Crusher, and he's part of the Constructicons. Growing up, me and my brother, when we would go visit my cousin, between generation 1 and 2 of the Transformers, they had the Constructicons in both, and they were pretty much the same thing, just a different color. And when we got together, we would combine our toys, and they'd become the giant Devastator. To the left of him, the dinosaur, he's a Stegosaurus. His name is Snarl, and he's part of the Dinobots. This guy here, he's like pink and red, and his name is Grotesque. And Grotesque transforms into like this dragon or lizard with wings. Unfortunately, I don't have the wings. The guy right in the middle, the gray and purple, his name is Galvatron, and he's the future version of the G1 Megatron. And then to the left of him is the one, the only Optimus Prime. I'm named after her on this YouTube channel. Okay, the next phase, the green and orange looking guy. His name is Beachcomber, and that's the G2 version. The purple and pink turquoise green guy, he's actually part of the team called the Terracons, and they transform into a giant as well. So, and then if we go to the left, the big purple guy there, his name is Shockwave. Shockwave, he's in Generation 1. He transforms into a gun, a futuristic type of gun. And then to the right, the yellow and black guy, that's Bumblebee from the newer movie, so he's actually not vintage. We got him from the thrift store as well. So over here, to the left of him, is Powerglide. And Powerglide, he transforms into a plane. So we'll start at the bottom. So here is a duplicate of, well, a double of Warpath. This guy here, his name is Lionizer. He's like a lion, but he transforms into a gun. This car, and also this guy here, are actually from, they're not actually Transformers. They were actually McDonald's toys. And then I have a whole bunch of different Gobots here. These are all Gobots. There's Lightspeed, I talked about in the previous video. Going at the back, it's another Headmaster Autobot. Perceptor, who transforms into a microscope. We have another Triple Changer. This guy here is also Bumblebee. This guy here, he is part of the Terracons.
We thought we'd talk a little bit about how we started collecting. It started with me. We were watching the show
The Toys That Made Us.
The Toys That Made Us on Netflix. Yeah. And they were talking about, you know, My Little Pony and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers and all of that stuff. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. That's fun. I remember all of these toys. It brought back all these memories. Lots of nostalgia. So I started collecting My Little Pony. That was probably in, was it maybe 2019, something like that. Yeah. And I only started with like maybe one pony a month kind of thing. It was really slow at first. I just had a little shelf in my office that was maybe like this big. Yeah. Then I started watching YouTubers, toy collector YouTubers. Lao Sky Painter, you were the first one I started watching, and you completely inspired me. I was so inspired. So I started collecting more and more.
So we were driving and you asked me if we wanted to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we were brainstorming how that would look, if we would both work on it equally, or if it would just be me. It was more something that I wanted to do, but if he wanted to be a part of it, he definitely could. You, in the meantime, you were cleaning out your childhood home. Yeah. Because you guys were talking about maybe selling it at the time. So you started cleaning it out, and you guys still have all your toys.
Yeah.
From the 80s and 90s hidden in that house.
Yeah, and we're still cleaning it.
And they're still cleaning
there's
it
still
out.
Stuff
so there's
to
still
find.
more. Yeah, so that's how his collection started, and you've been buying as well online and stuff like that. We go to antique malls, flea markets sometimes, thrifting. So we were talking about my Barbies on the top shelf. Now on my second shelf, I have a few more Barbies, not very many, just in this little corner here. But right here, I've got this glass jar, and it's got all of my Precious Places accessories, keys, little figures, and furniture, and that sort of thing. I don't actually have any of the Precious Places buildings yet, so I have no place to put all that stuff. So it's in that jar. And on the top here are some accessories from the My Little Pony perm shop. This is Ocean Friends Barbie. This is one of the fairy Barbies. I've got one of the Fun to Dress Barbies here. I think that's Perfume Pretty Barbie there. This is Cool Top Skipper. Most of the outfits are actually Barbie outfits. Some of them are just kind of items that I have in my collection that I've just thrown on because I think it looks kind of cool. And then beside those Barbies, to the left of those Barbies, we have my She-Ra collection. It's one of my favorites from when I was a kid. Most of them are missing outfits and accessories. I have two of the Swift-Wind horses at the back there with She-Ra and Angela sitting on them. We've got Sweet Bee, Mermista, Catra, I think that's the first release of Catra, Entrapta, Frosta, Castaspella, and Perfuma. Oh, and Glimmer, of course, Glimmer, can't forget Glimmer. And this plastic piece that the horses are sitting at the very back here, you can see the reflection. I actually got that from the dollar store, and it's just one of those clear plastic storage bins that you could like put in your fridge for storing things. But I thought I would just flip it upside down and use it as a level. Prime and I did buy risers, like plexiglass risers for some of our toys. We bought them on Amazon, but it was like around $35 for, I think, 6 of them. And this was maybe $3. So to me, it was worth it. And I like the height. It gives lots of height to the horses at the back. So Castaspella has some of her outfit, and Angela and She-Ra both have their skirts, and Glimmer also has her staff. Sweet Bee has also part of her outfit, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing yet, so definitely something I want to work on this year. So to the left of my She-Ra toys here is my little G3 collection, G3 ponies. G3 is not something I know a lot about because it was not my generation of ponies. I'm a G1 girl in general, but I do like the G3s. I think they're pretty cute. They're a very close second to the G1s in my opinion. So I only have a few. Like I said, I have 7 of them here on display. And then behind them, just to kind of fill in the wall space a little bit, I have the mirror from the G1 Perm Shop, just to give it a little pizzazz. And then to the left of my G3s is my small little plush collection. Again, spoiler alert, there's a lot of things on this shelf that I have not actually been able to talk about in videos yet, but they're coming. I've got this Be More plush, which I have not talked about yet. I found that at a thrift store recently. I've got my Wuzzles Butter Bear plush and my Fluppy dog and my Cupcake cutie back here. And then I've got my tiny little Care Bears collection here with my Care Bear Tamarine, and Grumpy and Tenderheart and Lucky. Plush is not something that I'm like, yes, I must have it, because it takes up a lot of space on the shelf and our space here is quite limited. But if I happen to find something at a thrift store that I'm like, yes, I need to have at least one of those, I will definitely take it home and I will make space for it. And then to the left of my plush collection, I have my one Dolly surprise, one Cherry Mary Muffin, and this Cherry Mary Muffin is actually from the first release. My 5 Quints, that's the extent of my Quints collection there. I have 4 of the brunettes and 1 of the blondes. This is a Princess Magic Touch doll. I don't have her outfit, so I just put this little cute little pink and white polka dot dress. It fits her really well. And then there's this little guy here, or the girl, I should say. I kind of forget what these are called now, but she's the only one that I have. Yeah, there were different breeds of dogs released. They all have brushable hair, and then they have kind of a flocked body, and they're hard plastic underneath. And then even further left, we have my Lady Lovely Locks collection. Absolutely one of my favorite toy lines. These girls are just gorgeous. I have most of the first wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the dolls are from the first wave. Actually, I think I have all of the first wave. And then this is from the Enchanted Island series from the second wave. And same with the dragon, and these 2 hide and peeks are from the second wave as well. And then back here we have my one gem doll. She's wearing a Mycene dress. Doesn't quite fit her, but I had to put something on her, so I think it doesn't look too bad. Looks kind of rock and roll-ish. It's metallic and shiny. And then here's a major spoiler alert and something that I'm super excited about. And I can't wait to show these to you in a video. Oh, it's my boxed Lady Lovely Locks collection. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'd like to do a video on these. And then finally at the end of this shelf is my little Keypers collection. They're all second wave or second release of the Keypers, and I know that because they have these sparkly eyes. The first release had just plain painted eyes, I believe, and I kind of forget all the names of these, but I only have Diamond the horse. This is Michelle the turtle, and then Blossom, Poke. I've forgotten this one and this one. And then I have two of the finders that go with them as well. One key for Michelle, and I think actually Diamond might have her key or her brush. And now we're on my bottom shelf, which is where I keep my G1 My Little Ponies. The whole shelf is G1 My Little Pony because it is my absolute favorite toy line from when I was a kid. And starting on the left side here is all earlier ponies, and then as we move to the right, they get newer and newer. So, on the left here, I have all the originals. Well, I shouldn't say the originals. I have all of the concave feet. I only have one from year one, or one with the flat feet, and I believe that is Bluebell here. Yes, and you can tell I still have to take her apart and clean her up better. And then I've got Moon Dancer and Glory here. And then Medley and Peachy. We've got a couple of rainbow ponies here. And my earth ponies, Applejack and Bowtie, of course. And then Baby Ember, Baby Firefly, Baby Moon Dancer. And then to the right of those, we've got more of my earth ponies here. Cherry's Jubilee, Surprise. We've got Baby Cotton Candy and Baby Blossom. I know she looks very white. I think she's just really faded. She should be like a light purple. Skyflyer. And again, another rainbow pony. Gusty, another rainbow pony. And some more earth ponies. Or I should just say Heartthrob, another earth pony. And then at the front here, we've got 4 of the Betty By Eyes ponies. And one of them is sitting in a wagon. I have my 2 birth flower ponies back there. I think it's June and December that I have. 2 of my Twinkle Eye ponies. Speedy is the most recent one that I got from Prime as a gift. And then of course at the back we've got my My Little Pony lunchbox, which I absolutely love. It came in a pony lot, but it's missing its thermos, so not complete. And then at the back there, you can see I have a Fairy Tales bird sitting on top of the lunchbox. This is my one and only Fairy Tales bird. Her name is Tippy Tails, and I believe she's from the first release. And then to the right of that, we've got, this is Sundance. That's the first release of Sundance, just the regular one. Her hair is all poofy because it was in little braids when I got her. So it looks kind of crimped, which I like, so I left it that way. I have 2 Sugarberries. The cutie mark is slightly different colors on them, so I kept them both. I have 3 Flutter ponies here at the front. Baby Lucky. And another Flutter pony right here. And then I've got a number of, like I said, Sugarberries here, so I've got more of the Twice as Fancy ponies here. There's one, Up and Away. Dancing Butterflies, Love Medley. I'm just missing one of that series. I think, I forget her name. It's the blue one. I forget her name now. And then I have my one big brother pony, Slugger, right here, and he's got his bandana. Super awesome find at the thrift store. And then at the front I have got a set of baby twins and a couple of First Tooth baby ponies here. And then over here to the right are my 2 pony friends, Creamsicle and Kingsley the Lion. And then right here in the middle are some of my princess ponies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have all 6 of them in the first release of Princess Ponies right here. And then again to the right, I have Scoops here with her apron and her little hat. I think she's absolutely adorable. And behind her is just a little piece of the, oh, what's that play set that came with Scoops? The ice cream shop, the ballet slipper one. I can't remember the name. I'm really struggling with remembering names right now. And then here's another Twice as Fancy pony from the second release of Twice as Fancies. Her name is Yum Yum. And then I've got some of the newborn twins here, but I only have one of each of the sets. None of these actually go together. I'm missing each of their twins. And then back here are two of my only two Brush and Grow ponies, just regular Brush and Grow ponies. And then my one princess pony from the second release of Princess Ponies. And then to the right is Fifi, and she's sitting on her chair from the Perm Shop set that she was originally released with. I also have a few other accessories here from her shop. So at the back is the mirrored heart. So I have two of those. You probably saw the first one when I was showing my G3 ponies that are just right above. There's the doors from the Perm Shop there. And then this is like a sink or like a vanity kind of thing. I've kind of used it as a bathtub for my two sea ponies here. This little cabinet right here, this green cabinet, is also part of that set. And like I said, like I showed you earlier, that glass vase that I showed you has more of the smaller accessories. So another goal of mine would be to maybe get the shell of the Perm Shop. To the right of that, I have another set of newborn baby twins, one with a baby necklace here. And then we have two of the Peekaboo ponies. And I have two of the Princess Brush and Grow ponies. And then another set of newborn twins. This is Big Top and Toppy because they have clowns on them. This is my one Sunday Best pony, Banana Surprise. This is my one So Soft pony. You can see she's kind of in rough shape. A lot of the flocking has been coming off of her hooves and her face there. But she was one of the mail order ones. And then I've got two of the Summer Wing ponies. I would really like to get more of those. I love those ponies. Anything with wings is cool. And then back here I have just a little plastic container that has some brushes and combs and accessories from various toy lines. There's Barbie, there's My Little Pony in there, there's some Gem, some Lady Lovely Locks, Cherry Mary Muffin. And then to the right of that I have three of the Sweetheart Sister ponies here. I can just move that. Yeah, so these two are, I think, the original releases of the Sweetheart Sister ponies. And then this is one of the Prom Queen Sweetheart Sister ponies. And this is the Twice as Fancy Sundance, so the third release of Sundance. And then Megan is sitting on top of her. But this Megan is actually from the second release of Megan in Sundance. But I just put them together now because it just makes sense to have Megan on Sundance. I have three Sparkle ponies here. And of course my favorite is Starhopper here. I'm just so happy to have her. I found her at a garage sale for a really great price. Super happy. And then I have my one teeny tiny pony. And then we have the Pony Bride. One of the Rock and Beat ponies there. And then I have my three tropical ponies. I am missing one. There's an orange one that I'm missing. In front of them is another baby pony. This is Stripes. And my Pearlized Glory. Pearlized Baby Glory. So that's the end of my bottom shelf. That's my entire pony collection you just saw there. G1 pony collection. So I think now Prime is going to take over and show you his bottom shelf.
And the last shelf that I have is divided up into a couple of different fandoms. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel, and DC. This is the Battle Damage He-Man, Fisto, Hordak. He's more of a She-Ra villain, but he was crossed over to He-Man different times. Merman, Evil Lyn, and I forget his name. I have one wrestler, which was my brother's, Junkyard Dog, Jordy from the Next Generation there, And then now we're getting into some of the Star Wars slash G.I. Joe and Star Trek. First part of the Star Wars collection, I kind of have them divided into two different sections here. That's the Darth Vader head from the Micro Machines, where it becomes like a base. This Darth Vader there, he's actually a newer, so he's not actually vintage. A lot of these other different Star Wars characters like Boba Fett, Darth Maul, and Luke Skywalker from the Return of the Jedi, Anakin and Solo and the Stormtroopers. And we can see in the background there, the Hoth Rebel Soldier, he's still in the package. And this C-3PO was actually from the movie theater. It was on top of one of the drinks. Now the middle part is a mixture of Star Trek and G.I. Joes. So from the top rack, you got Jean-Luc Picard from Next Generation, Counselor Troy from Next Generation. Now she's from a different toy line which came out afterwards. I believe these Star Trek toys are based off of the Generations movie, but Deanna Troy is actually from the Next Generation show. William Riker, Geordie LaForge, and Worf, and then the Enterprise. And then we got G.I. Joe. So Cobra Commander, that's not the vintage Cobra Commander, but I thought it was when I bought it at the Antique Mall. Sci-Fi, another Cobra Guard, the Baroness. Now the motorcycle isn't actually a G.I. Joe motorcycle. He's actually a Transformer. His name is Road Pig. Princess Leia still in the box. Same with Lando and Jar Jar up above. And then like the Darth Vader here was from the movie theater, so he's actually not vintage, but I still like it. The R2-D2, he's not a vintage, but I think he's from the Clone Wars. And then I have a couple other Luke Skywalker from the 80s as well, and C-3PO from 1977 from the original movie. And then that Stormtrooper is also from the original trilogy. Now the next collection is Marvel. Most of these are from the 90s. On the back there, we got Magneto, Subterranean Iron Man, Vulture, we got the Punisher, Apocalypse, right there, Psylocke, Hulkbuster Iron Man, and then the next rack below, we got Loki, Iron Man again, but he's not vintage. And we have Morbius, the Man-Bat mutated version of Morbius. And then we have more from the MCU, Ant-Man and Incredible Hulk. And then Beast from the 90s. And then we have the Incredible Hulk down here. Wolverine. And then we have a couple movie theater drink toppers of Black Widow and the Hulk. The 90s vintage MODOK. And then another Iron Man, Wolverine, another Spiderman, and Cable. The Thing, Iron Man's villain, Grey Gargoyle. And the second part of Marvel here, at the back we have the Alien Spider Slayer, and then I believe his name is Guardian from X-Men. I could be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Spider-Man from... I had a video back in the day that I bought. It was a toy and a VHS, but it was actually European, so I couldn't actually play it in North America. And then we got Sabretooth from the 90s, and Spider-Man from the animated series, Falcon, and Black Panther, and then from the 90s, Ultron, and the leader from the Hulk, She-Hulk, Beast, Iron Man Space Armor from the 90s, McDonald's version of Human Torch, Doctor Doom from the 80s, Armored Spider-Man from the 90s, Iron Patriot, which is the Captain America version of Iron Man. In the movies, it was actually War Machine, but Jim Rhodes. And then we have Thor, a couple of Thor, another Thor there, and the Winter Soldier, Wolverine, and Professor Charles Xavier from the 90s, Spider-Man on a spider cycle, Tony Stark. I thought he looked cool riding on the back of the motorcycle. I know, I'm a geek. Thor again from the movie theater. So the next part is DC minus the Incredible Hulk still in the package. That Incredible Hulk is from the Marvel Legends toy line, and yeah, never opened it from the box, so it was a gift from a friend of mine. So what we have from the DC section, most of it is from the 90s, from the animated series. There is some newer stuff and some older stuff. Funko Pops of the Flash and Superman. That was a gift from my nephew. We have down here the Batmobile from the 90s, from I think Batman Forever. Movie theater drink toppers of Superman. And then we have like multiple different Batmans and Robin or Batmans from the animated series. Martian Manhunter. This is actually a statue of Shazam that I actually got at the thrift store. You got Wonder Woman there. She came with a Wonder Woman animated movie. Not vintage, I'd say the 2000s. And then Superman there. Black Superman with the black costume. This guy here, the guy in the purple, his name is Despero. Darkseid. We also have the Batman Legends toy line. So some of the Batman Legends. This Batman right here in the red. Nightwing over there. We also have some toys from the movies, like the Batman movies. This guy right here. The gold Batman there. In the background, the green and purple guy, he's actually his name is Maul, and he is from Wildcats, which is owned by DC. And then we also have a couple of toys from the 80s, Green Arrow and Firestorm, Riddler from McDonald's, and Aquaman is at the back with the Flash, and they're from the Total Justice toy line. And then there's some more animated series Batman. That Penguin and that Robin was actually from the toy line Batman Returns, the movie. That Robin there in the corner, he's actually a Christmas ornament.
You probably noticed that a lot of our shelves are kind of at waist height or higher. And if you've been following our videos for a while, you probably already know why. It's because of our dogs. Our one dog, Yoda, is very destructive. And if you give him a toy, he'll do his absolute best to completely tear it apart. So under my Little Pony shelf here, we have a little bit of storage, nothing too fancy, just a couple of like old IKEA shelves. So the black one is mine, and I've just got my Barbie Playhouse set there. I put some Barbie accessories in this pink case here. That basket there is all like duplicates that I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with yet, either trade or sell. And then this basket is where I have been putting all of my like Barbies that weren't on the shelf yet. They were cleaned, but never put any clothes on them or put them on the shelf. And then these two shelves here are just toys that I haven't done videos on yet. So those are upcoming videos. There's Prime's shelf. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't really know exactly everything that's on there. So where these storage shelves are, at some point we'd like to put display cabinets, like waist-height display cabinets with glass fronts on them. We'd like to put them all the way along around the entire room. But that's going to be an expensive venture, so it'll take some time before that happens.
I actually work from home, and this is actually my computer office. So when I'm not talking about toys and videos, I'm actually here working. So on the left-hand side there's an Iron Man on the corner. I actually got him from the Marvel Live, which is a live production, a bit basically retelling of the MCU Avengers. I have a couple of BB from Star Wars and Bumblebee from the Transformers movie, and the hockey helmet is from a goalie called Ed Belfour, who played for the Blackhawks back in the 90s. I'm a bit of a hockey fan as well, more the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then there's Optimus Prime's head to the right of that. from the movies, and then R2-D2, Iron Man I got from the movie theater, and a Toronto Maple Leafs goalie mask, and then the Spiderman that's showing there, he's actually from the 70s that I got from my brother. And then I have a mascot of a company I used to work for, and he has a hat, which is from the Philadelphia Phillies I put on there. What's in front of the mascot is a wallet I had from the late 80s. It's from Transformers, and it's really cool. And then to the right, you'll see the Incredible Hulk, and then we have an alligator. Nothing really special about him other than he's vintage. Below my big screen, I have all the different baseball caps that I talked about in a previous video that I got from a gumball machine back in the day. The car, that model toy, was actually my dad's. He collected it because he's a big fan of Elvis Presley, and that's supposed to be a model of Elvis's car from back in the day. And yeah, so anyway, we're planning on putting 2 or 3 more levels of shelves on this wall at some point. Over here, above this shelf, there's room for 1 more level. Not as big as the regular level, but it's like half the size. That'd be another spot to put more toys. I'm still going through the house I grew up in, and we still got a lot of toys still to go through, including vehicles like from G.I. Joe, the G.I. Joe Sky Striker, and there's a lot more Marvel DC characters I have there. There are still a couple more Transformers that's not here. Yes, other G.I. Joes. There's Inspector Gadget stuff there. There's Darkwing Duck toys, and a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully I can find them all and show them to you. Some of the stuff that I want to continue to add to the collection is like some of the statues. Even if they're not vintage, I just think that's amazing, the detail that some of the artists put into it. They are expensive, so I probably won't get a lot for it in a while. But I also want to, when it comes to like Transformers, I want to collect all the sets for the Giants, especially the ones that I'm missing. And then also, when I talked about the Headmasters, where there are 2 different robots. One is the main body and then the head. And I have a bunch of Headmasters that I talked about today that I'm missing the heads. And then I want to do more profile videos for the channel as well for the next year or so. I've done a couple, like Galvatron, and I did 2 Gobot videos that was more in depth, and I'm planning on doing a couple more.
So my collecting plans for the next year, I'm thinking I want to start building on some of my smaller collections this coming year. I kind of want to try to stay away from Barbie unless I find some really good fashions. I say that now, but that's probably not going to happen. Probably still collect them if I find them at the thrift stores. You really can't pick what you're going to find at a thrift store. You never know what you're going to find, so you kind of have to go with it. Like say if I'm ordering something online, I kind of want to focus more on the smaller collections that I have, like my Keypers, my Care Bears, Moon Dreamers. I only have 1 Cherry Mary Muffin doll, so I'd like to get a few more of those. I'd love to expand my She-Ra collection a little bit as well. My G3 My Little Pony collection will probably grow too. We're gonna have to start coming up with more clever, creative ways of displaying things so that they take up a bit less space. We do plan to continue with the videos every Friday. then to the right of Prime's desk is the desk where we do all our editing. This is where the magic happens. I don't really know what else to say other than we have a couple of screens and a laptop. And then underneath is where our dog Zoe likes to sleep. If you've watched our videos in the past and you've heard snoring, snorting, that's where it usually comes from. Or from under here, that's where Yoda tends to sleep. And this room doesn't get a whole lot of natural light because we're in a basement apartment and this is the only window in this room. And you can see we don't get much light in there because the deck is over top of the window up there. That's the reason why our videos tend to be a bit dark. We have to use all artificial lighting. And then if you keep going, past the window over here is our file cabinet and our printer, etc. And above it, I just have a few other plushies. These are my childhood toys, my Two Precious Moments dolls and my vintage Cabbage Patch. I'm not sure if it's a legit Cabbage Patch or a knockoff, but either way, I call it my Cabbage Patch doll. And our plan for the future is actually to put another shelf above that so that Prime can put all his plushies up there. And that's it, friends. Thank you so much for watching our room tour video. We hope you really enjoyed it. We hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you in the next video. Bye! Bye.